mental focus, singles. I just added the doubles, and I made a book especially for high school teachers that coach tennis. We'll talk about the controversial topic of cheating. So, you're going to play matches without a referee, and someone is going to give you a bad call. And normally, I tell people there are three levels. The first level is you just simply walk to the net, or you simply ask, you do the pause. They hit the shot, they pause. The key is not to get overly excited and say anything stupid. I just did a pause, I pointed to this line, they both kind of back each other up, which is what they're gonna do, and they point to this crappy line mark. But just stay cool and stay in the point and be ready. Use it to focus. You don't want to overdo it when you question, because watch my partner's reaction, right? I make a statement, he's walking back to the baseline, I say something, then he pauses and he comes up. So you don't want to disrupt your partner's rhythm. But I think this outburst on center court creates doubt in their mind, so now there's pressure to be more honest. Look at them, and you just simply ask, I might have made a mistake. Are you sure? Now, sometimes people want to play two. Sometimes they will almost never tell you they made a mistake, but you've planted the seed. And that's what you want to do. You want to plant the seed that you know they're cheating and we don't want you to cheat anymore.
ประกาศค่ะสนามเสร็จค่ะเอาเลยค่ะ
This is another thing you need to practice is I slow motioned it because I want you to see it is you don't move in like I do, right? But when the serve is in, you both move like it's in. Notice my partner and I are very in sync. We both move like it's in, and then we both kind of look at each other, and they do the line thing, and I'm like, whatever, dude. But you made them think about it. That's the key. But it backfires sometimes because it rattles my partner, and he's a double fault. But the line call is actually really close. So we both at that moment, being tournament players, realize we gotta put the balls further in, and anything on the line is gonna be called out, and that's just the way it's gonna be. The irony is we're all friends, but it's the way they see the ball, and it is what it is, and it's nothing malicious. It's just tennis to us. They're our friends. We know them, and that's a really close ball, but they call it out, and that's the way it's gonna be. Second level, they just made a really amazingly bad call. And then you have to go to the net and you have to question the spot and you have to ask them, are you sure or really or come on? And most of the times nothing happens. You can take it to the next level and get a referee. Some tournaments don't have referees. So now you're at a dilemma. Do you make the payback call later or do you just keep playing and hope for the best? Um, Generally, you try to keep playing and hope for the best. The third thing that's going to happen is they play a ball that's out in. So they play a return off a serve or they play a shot. Normally it's off a serve, like a first serve. They strike a first serve that's clearly out, but they play it and you're not expecting them to play it, so you miss a shot. And the solution to the third one is you simply got to keep playing until the ball bounces twice. But the first two, it's really difficult because there's nothing you can do if they call a ball out. You can't control their bad calls. It's like controlling the weather. Um, and you can try to play the ball closer in. I've had players try to hit other players because you can't call a ball out if you get struck by the ball. Payback calls are really frowned upon, but most of the time people do them anyway. I ran a poll on Facebook, and the payback call was one of the options, and it came up. The ref was the first option. Ideally you want to get a referee. Um, Most of us are not professional. We're playing for fun, and we just won't tolerate it. We'll stop playing. We'll argue. We'll walk the court. The tennis community, no matter what level you play at, is very small. If you are a cheater, people will know. But I recommend three things. The first thing is when people cheat on you, they're really scared because people don't cheat if they're winning, unless they're just nasty people. But very rarely do you see a player who's winning cheat. It's only when the match is close or people are losing. So you know when someone cheats on you, they're scared of you. And so you can take solace in that. Second thing, you can bring the court further in. You can play your shots more in so they can't call it out. I mean, normally people call balls on lines out, deep shots in the baseline, deep shots in the far sideline, they call those out. Okay. And if they're scared of you, they'll call the balls out. And you just gotta deal with it and play balls further in. I tell my partner we gotta play more in the middle. Don't play angled. Because they're not gonna call it in. Don't play close to the baseline, they're not gonna call it in. But it's on you to be mentally tough, to focus on the points and not let these things bother you. I know it's difficult. Um, Third level, one, they're scared. Two, you play the balls in. Three, normally people that honestly play like this and they think the balls are actually out will give you respect when you call the ball out because they see the court that way. So when you call the balls the same way, there's no problems. And that's been happening a lot lately. Like people who call balls out on us, we call it similarly and nothing happens. You know, at the end of the day, assuming you're better than they are, you will win. If you're as good as they are and they're cheating, you're gonna have a hard time winning, assuming they stealing 2 or 3 points a set. You can't let them steal 2 or 3 points a set. So what has my rant been about? Um, Tennis community is really small, especially if you shoot video. People cheat. Everyone knows you cheat. There is no honor to winning if you cheat, and it just mars everything. So when people cheat, it'll get around, and there'll be no respect for them. So you can hold your head high on that. Second thing, it's part of the game. One bad call does not make an entire match. People get mad at you. Make a bad call here and there, but hey, at the end of the day, one bad call is not the entire match. So you must be strong enough to realize that one bad call does not determine the match. Third level, you gotta have your integrity. You gotta be able to hold your head up high and walk away and be proud, win or lose. Because there's nothing worse than making a bad call and you feel it. Like I thought I made a bad call in my last match. And we went on to win the match, but I felt really bad about the whole situation. And only after looking at the video and breaking down super slow did I realize, oh, I actually made a decent call. You know, but you don't have the glory of video when you play matches. So my advice to you on cheating: don't cheat. Never practice with a cheater. There's no point in playing with someone that cheats because they're gonna cheat with you all the time. If they cheat in practice, they're a terrible person because to cheat in practice means you're just basically a dishonest person, and there's no room for you in this life or this world. And thirdly, tennis is a game, and games are meant to be fun. So I hope my rant about cheating and dealing with the repercussions helps you become a better tennis player.